Good morning, everyone. It's Roger Glenn with Poss Realty. It's a rainy day in Georgia, but we're getting ready for the Celebrate Clayton Arts Festival, which will be 24 and 25 April in downtown Clayton, Georgia. And so today we have Donna Persinger of Heart Roots Arts, who is one of the many artists and artisans that will be in attendance for the festival. And we're just in this series of spotlights, giving you a little bit of a teaser about Donna and the wonderful things that she produces that you'll be able to see in person if you are smart enough to plan to come to the Celebrate Clayton Festival. So Donna, why don't you tell us please a little bit about your craft and some of the beautiful things you have behind you.
Hi, everybody. I'm an encaustic artist, and encaustic painting is a process of painting with beeswax. You use molten beeswax on a board. It's combined with Damar resin, which makes the wax a little bit harder and ups the melting point of it. It's an ancient art form. The Egyptians did it, and I found out about it about 6 years ago. And so I paint with wax, and in between every layer of wax, I have to use either a heat gun or a blowtorch. So these all have multiple layers of wax on them. And then I carve into them, I embed things in them. Some of the things I've done, I use, I love trees, those are my favorites. And then I like to use found objects and rust in my artwork. These all have rustlets. I do some abstracts, and there's a horse I did, another little tree I did. You can see that it has a nice shine on it. They have a lot of depth. It doesn't always show up on camera because there's a depth in it because of the layers. So you have to come and see it in person to get the real effect and know how much you're going to love it to take it home with you. My other favorite theme are bees. I like to do different bees. This is a little bee skep that I did. This one either hangs or sits on the table. Here's another one of my bees up here. Finding hexagon frames and panels to put it on has been a challenge, but I have enough now, so I've been really looking for this. Anyway, so another thing that I like to do is I like to do a lot of texture on my work. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to tilt it so you can see that this is all texturized and been built up, and I like to build it out. This is a collage and encaustic piece that has been done with altered paper. So I use an altered paper process that I use to provide the color, but there's also pigmented wax on here. There's also oil stick that has been rubbed in to give it depth and pull out some of the highlights as well. I'm going to be located along with another artist on the corner of Main Street and I think it's Savannah. I don't live in Clayton, so I'm trying to remember. I think I'm gonna be right on that corner there. Yes, it's a wind tunnel. Last year when we were setting up, it was windy. It wasn't windy the day of the event, but when we were setting up, it was a challenge. But be sure and come down and see us. There's so many artists. I'm a member of the North Georgia Art Guild. I'm the vice president, and the North Georgia Art Guild is responsible for coordinating all this. So many of our artists are in the Art Guild. There are some that aren't. Most people are from Georgia. There are some that aren't, but they're in the I live in South Carolina myself, so I come up, and they're also will be wonderful crafts there. So and artwork, it's amazing the number of artists we have, and so it's really exciting. So please do not miss it. Come up and see us, and come and see what we do.
Well, thank you, Donna.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, you're welcome. If someone else doesn't want the tree That's beautiful that you showed us.
Yes.
I'll take that. So
Uh-huh.
if you can, please bring it with you.
Okay.
But you probably
I
will
will.
ship if folks show up and need to, or you don't have a second or third version of anything that you have, you can ship to folks as well, or
I can ship as and I can because it's wax, as long as at this time of year it's not too hot, it's okay to ship it. It's okay to do that. I also do take consignment, so if there's something that you like and you want a different size of it, I can't get it identical because the wax does what it wants to do, but I can do something very similar. I can't
yeah.
promise it'll be exactly the same. So, but the
Okay,
wax
thank
does what it wants to do sometimes.
Yeah, it has a mind of its own. Well, folks, as Donna
Yes.
mentioned, and by the way, thank you for the North Georgia Art Guild. The event is sponsored by the North Georgia Art Guild. It's an annual festival. It'll be about 100 exhibitors, probably 5,000 to 6,000 people are going to spend Saturday or Sunday or Sunday, if not Friday night, and stay through the next week. As I've said in the past, you're welcome to stay as long as you will want to. If you watch the feature interview that we did with Kathy Ford, who's the chairman of the festival, you get some other information. There's also the Celebrate Clayton website that you can get a lot of information, but all of the local shops and businesses that are normally open, to include our plethora of farm to table restaurants, will be open that weekend. And about the only thing we can't control is the wind and the weather, but we're praying for good weather, and hopefully, given what last year was in terms of a disruption of our lives, the weather will be favorable, but it is rain or shine. So don't be deterred if there is a little bit of weather. So Donna, thank you again. And I look forward to meeting you in
Thank
person
you.
in Clayton in a couple of weeks.
All right. Take care. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see you next time, Raven County.